Hello, my name is Jesus Gonzalez, and today I'll be doing my persuasive speech for Communications 101. And I'll be talking to you about my topic is I think that college should be free for all students and everybody. Now, hundreds of thousands of high school graduates a year, they want they want their dream job. Obviously, they want their parents want them to become doctors, to become lawyers, teachers, or anything that requires a degree, really. And a lot of them get their dreams crushed when, or even before they graduate, when they realize how expensive the tuition would be just to leave the state. If you leave state, to pay for your housing, pay for your tuition, you have to pay for your books, food, gas, and just a lot of things like that. And college degrees could really be a deciding factor, whether or not you get a really good paying job, a good career, or maybe the dream job that you want. And yet, many careers require the college degree, so I believe that the government should fund people's tuition, and they should be able to pay or even provide grants for things like that. Now, the first reason is that the tuition is obviously a lot of money, but like I said before, there's a lot of other expenses that come with it as well. Like if you leave the state, you need to pay for housing. That's a lot of it. Your tuition, your books, and your food, and just essential things like that. Or if you want to go out or just please have fun as well. And I believe that everybody deserves a equal opportunity, regardless of where really you came from or how you grew up. And the third is that I believe that our nation and our country would be much better overall. I think that would be much more intelligent and educated as a whole, and I think that it would just be a much safer place to live in if we were all a little bit more educated. Now this brings me back to my first point, is that how expensive everything is. And like I already mentioned, you have to pay for all those expenses, and if you don't live with your parents, you need to pay for all those things by yourself, which will probably require getting a full-time job or maybe multiple jobs. But even if you do live with your parents, you can get a job on the side as well. I know most of the college kids that I know also work full-time, part-time. But the thing with that comes with, if you work a full-time job, it's that's your main priority, and school is just kind of on the side. So I've already seen it. Like I see it with my own eyes. Like they do their work less and less. Maybe not because they're lazy or they don't want to do the work, but you really don't have the time. That's 9 plus hours of your day that it's gone. You spend another 8 or 9 sleeping. You don't really have time to go to school or do homework. Especially you need relaxation time as well. So eventually you just kind of go less and less until you just drop out, I guess. And even if you don't, or you get a job on the weekend, still that cuts into your homework time as well, your studying time. Time you could be studying to just strengthen your skills, especially if you want that to be your career. You kind of need to know everything front and back if you want to be successful in your field. And this is still my first point, that it is shown that a lot of people that work, they have to take smaller classes as well. Like even my own sister, she's been in school for a while, but she does work full time, so she has to take less and less classes, so she's not full time exactly. Because she doesn't have time, she has to work and she has to pay for her tuition as well. But it's shown that they don't graduate on time, so that is also a really tough factor for them. Because you can also lose interest in your schools over time, and a lot of people just choose to drop out and just to work and just stay with that job for a while. And this is to my second point, where I thought it was where I was trying to believe into equal opportunity. That America is seen as a land of opportunity, or people often talk about the American dream, kind of, where they come over here and they think that everything's going to be great, or they're going to have a easier time over here looking for a job, or maybe just better opportunities. And I believe that everybody should have equal opportunity, even if you were rich or you came from the dirt, like you have no money, your parents couldn't really afford to get you anything, or just things like that. Because I think that's just not fair. Because people that have the money or rich, or at least a little bit wealthy, you don't need any funds or anything like that. You don't need the government to pay for it for you, because they can just throw out money. They can just hand out cash like it's nothing. But people that come from poverty or you're a little bit more poor, maybe middle class, you don't have the luxury to do things like that, or to just give out free money. And it's really stressful as well because you can't really fail a class because now you have to retake it and pay the money again. Versus someone that can afford it, it's just whatever. They have almost endless money. And if someone that comes from almost nothing and they go to college for free, they get a good opportunity, they get a good paying job, good career, they made the best out of the opportunity. I guess they reached their full potential. They took advantage of that, and I know most people would take advantage of that because they know what it's like to be at the bottom. Who doesn't want to be at the top? So why wouldn't you want to climb up? So if they get that opportunity, they would find a degree, find a good paying job. They might not be rich, but they would be much better well off than where they came from. And third, I believe our society would be much safer. It would be much more intelligent. We would just be much more educated as a whole, because if they make college free, not everyone wants to go to school, whatever. People want to still work, but that's on them. But there's many people that have to take loans out. They graduate with a lot of student debt, and I've seen people that are like 30s, maybe they're like well into their adulthood, and they're still not even close to paying off their loans. They had thousands of dollars, maybe even close to 100 grand that they had to pay off, and their jobs are still not that well paying because they're starting off. So it's just taking them a long time to pay these off as well. And the study shows that, well, obviously, like crime rates, a lot of them are, I wouldn't even say like towards the hood side of things. People that are with lower intelligence, lower IQ, they just commit crimes. But that's all they know. That's how things run over there, I guess. And if people are more educated and it's more well known, those crime rates will drop as well. And just graduating with high amounts of debt as well as shown to like lessen someone's chances at being successful. People like that struggle to find a home, find a house that's theirs, to find and sustain a family as well. And people that go to college can try new ideas. They can show their talents into the world. They can kind of put out whatever they want and kind of leave their legacy a bit, instead of graduating college with a lot of debt or just sticking with a low wage job. And just to point everything up again, it is very important, just like I said, but some things are big factors, like just the financial cost of everything and just unequal opportunity. I think it's really unfair that some people can't go to college and they don't get the same opportunity as everybody else. Thank you.